Ñnamdi Kanu takes the lead as DSS bow to pressure, call for his immediate dismissal from detention. It's quite unfortunate that Mazi Ñnamdi Kanu, who has spent 3 months in detention, is still acting like who hasn't spent even a day in detention. His attitude in DSS custody is what is making the rounds. One of the DSS officials stepped up to raise alarm over Mazi Ñnamdi Kanu's confidence and words of encouragement, even while trying to question him on issues concerning his trial. Mazi Ñnamdi Kanu replied them with words of courage, telling them that he believed he will soon leave the detention. Ñnamdi Kanu speaks with courage, and he even go ahead to advise others who are in detention, making them to believe that their being in detention is temporal. Ñnamdi Kanu, the IPOB leader, controls the agitation from detention. What marvels the DSS officials is his level of understanding when he's being questioned concerning his trial. The presence of Ñnamdi Kanu in detention has gone as far as boosting the morale of the detainees in detention. The way he speaks to them, advises them, encourages them, has given them courage to carry on. They no longer have fear of tension while in detention. DSS officials have started thinking and saying to themselves, one day these people will break the prison jail and escape from prison because of Ñnamdi Kanu's lectures. The DSS officials has called on President Buhari to hasten Ñnamdi Kanu's trial and make sure that he leaves detention as fast as possible, because they won't want to be held responsible over what will happen in the nearest future. Hey, my dear viewer, this is what I love to hear. You understand? Yes, this is the spirit of Biafran in action. See, let me tell you, there is something a lot of persons don't understand about the spirit of Biafra. The spirit of Biafran is the spirit of courage, perseverance, and patience. You understand? You see, if you have the spirit of Biafra, you will be courageous. You'll be full of energy. You'll be fearless and very patient. You can see that Mazi Ñnamdi Kanu, who everyone is afraid that one or two things is going to happen to because of the many torture that he has been receiving in DSS custody and all of the attacks and and what have you that he has been receiving since he arrived in DSS custody, is even getting more stronger and motivated while he's still in detention, to the extent that even the DSS officials themselves are now developing fear themselves, asking themselves questions. When is Mazi Ñnamdi Kanu going to be released? Can you imagine? No. See, let me tell you something. Ñnamdi Kanu need not to be afraid because he has done nothing wrong. The only thing that these people will keep doing is to keep torturing him, good and fine. But the day Ñnamdi Kanu will step his feet in the court and the trial commences, believe you me, that day is the day Ñnamdi Kanu is leaving detention. Nigerian government know now. That is why they are afraid. They don't even want the trial to come up. They don't want it. They don't want Ñnamdi Kanu to step his feet in court. They are afraid. Don't you know the reason why they didn't bring him to court in July? What is the reason? The reason they gave is a flimsy excuse. It's a flimsy one. That's to tell you that they are afraid. They don't have any concrete evidence. Their plan is to frustrate and weaken Ñnamdi Kanu to the extent that he will give up. But to their humble surprise, instead of Ñnamdi Kanu to be getting weaker, he's getting stronger. That is what the DSS officials are reporting. They are reporting. Their own fear is that Ñnamdi Kanu will end up motivating other detainees from breaking the prison and escape from DSS custody. There was a time it was revealed that Ñnamdi Kanu went and started giving food to other detainees, who doesn't have food to eat, and the DSS. And apart from food, he was giving them food at the same time. He was giving them word of encouragement and advice. So the DSS officials, they discovered the flow between Ñnamdi Kanu and these other detainees. So they this guy will influence these detainees. Before you know it, they have to move Ñnamdi Kanu away from that very prison to another prison. Now, the new prison that Ñnamdi Kanu is again, Ñnamdi Kanu has started another influencing. Yes. See, they will be frustrated. The way they want to torture Ñnamdi Kanu to the extent of getting frustrated is the way they themselves will get frustrated. Instead of Ñnamdi Kanu getting frustrated, they will be the one that will be frustrated. They are already frustrated. Look at Malami. See how he's just fooling himself around. Sunday Igboho, the Yoruba agitator, has won him twice in court, and he calls himself AGF Malami. I tell you, just like Wole Soyinka said, that Nigerian government will be embarrassed, and they have started getting embarrassed. The biggest embarrassment they are going to get is Ñnamdi Kanu's trial. I'm telling you, Sunday Igboho's embarrassment to them is just a tip of the iceberg. I'm telling you, Femi Falana have said it, that these agitators have done nothing. They have done nothing to be detained. So why are you detaining them? Why are you detaining them? We shall all see then. We shall all see who is going to bear the insult. See, there is something President Mobile doesn't know. Is bringing down his administration and is giving the world reason to believe that his administration has done nothing than to fool people around, going around arresting people and detaining people, That is what the administration is just out doing. Not to achieve anything reasonable for the country. You have the Boko people to go after. You didn't go after them, you are going after the innocent people. Let me hear from you from the outside to know what you have to say. If you are new, don't forget to leave your comments below the comment box. Click on the subscription buttons as well as bell button to receive more updates.